Hey ladies, it's your girl Truly Inspired Martin, the Reset Coach. And if you're truly ready to go from BS to success, welcome to a new season of the Recrown You podcast. Everybody wants to be, but nobody wants to do. Girl, it's time to be real, raw, and relentless. Everybody wants to be, but nobody wants to do. You know it's time.
Recrown you.
Hey ladies, it's your girl Truly Inspired Martin, the Reset Coach. Super excited about coming back for a new season. It's going down in a major way, and I'm so excited about coming back and hanging with my ladies of the Recrown tribe. Okay? Let's take a second, right? Can we just take a second and just deep breathe? Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Hold that one. Just breathe out slow. Because I think we just need a moment to just be for a second, right? Right? We always start with the intro, right? The intro says it. Everybody wants to be, but nobody wants to do. This is actually a part of doing the work, the inner work, the mental work, right? So when we start to talk about 2020, 2020 is different, man. And that's why I definitely wanted to bring us back into this season and talk about the real, right? The real. This episode is titled 2020, What I Ordered versus What I Got. And I'm excited about really diving into that. But we had to take a minute to just be and just breathe. Because I don't think we get that on a day-to-day basis. And ladies, I know it can be hard to even come up for air sometimes, but this is your moment. This is your moment. So don't be afraid to take it. So for those of you that are new to me, I am Dana, Truly Inspired Martin. I am the Millennial Reset Coach. I teach women how to go from BS to success by increasing your emotional intelligence in life and in business. We are here for the level up, ladies, the level up. So let me tell you a little bit about why you're here at Recrown You podcast, right? You're here because you're a woman that's ready to unleash your inner badass by moving from BS to success in life and in business. If that's you, if you're in the car, if you're in the bed, if you're listening at work, you better put your right hand up real quick and say, yes, that's me. And no, we're not going with the whole negative connotation attached to the word badass. I'm talking about the woman that exudes excellence, the woman that is unapologetically and boldly living out her truth and in her truth. She's the woman that says that I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm going to go for it anyway. You are the one that says that I'm choosing to abort fear. I'm going to do this afraid. I don't know what's ahead of me, but I'm still going to go ahead, right? You're the woman that says I probably have been through some things on my journey, but this is the moment when I am choosing to not let that define who I am as a woman. Hello? That's you. That is you. So, that's the reason you're here, ladies. So, I'm not going to hold you up because here we don't do the BS. We don't do the fluff. We bring on real and raw people that are willing to give you information for the level up, right? So, today you got me, right? I had to bring back the season with me. Had to bring it back with me because I really want us to have a foundation, a setting ground, right? But let me tell you, the guests this season, I hope you guys are ready to learn so many different things to help you not only level up on a personal level, but on that business as well. Because one thing that this pandemic has taught us was that you cannot lay your eggs all in one basket, right? And I hope that's what you've been learning, right? You have to make sure that you do not lay all your eggs in one basket and that you're making sure that you truly take care of yourself, right? So let's talk about the pandemic a little bit, right? That thing came in like a storm, right? So 2020, we came into 2020, right? December 31st, 2019. It was like, whoo, yes, perfect vision 2020. We had all the slogans, right? And I want to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you in this, right? Because I even found myself saying, whew, I don't know about this perfect vision that I was talking about, right? 2020 is not looking too perfect. But here's one thing that I've reconditioned my mind to think. 2020 is showing me a lot of things. It's clarifying a lot of things. It's putting things into perspective for me, right? It's changing around what I deemed as normal. What I thought was the vision might not be the vision. And one thing that I can say about 2020 is it actually is giving me perfect vision, clear vision. That 2020 that we were talking about. And although it's been hell, right? I feel like we've been getting hit month after month, week after week, day after day. People have lost their homes. People have lost their jobs. People have lost their sanity, right? If we're being honest. A lot of things have been going on. We have a lot of issues going on with racial injustice. We have a lot of things going on with depression. Suicide rates are up. Domestic violence rates are up. Like, we are going through it. But in order for us to get to this place where we are able to see clearer and understand what we do and we don't want, what we will or we will not tolerate, where we are mentally in the foundation, right? Not when you strip away the money, when you strip away the cars, when you strip away being able to leave the house every day, what is it for you at the core? That is clarity. That is truly being able to see clearly into the future that you need to clear up right now. You got to clear up the dirt right now. Get all that baggage out the way in order for you to get to this place that you so desire and deserve to be. So in that same breath, right, I honestly believe that 2020 is showing its ass, right? But it's also showing us a little bit of what we truly need at the core. If you feel me right now, just say, hey, yes, girl, in the car, in the bed, in the bathroom, wherever you are right now listening to this, right? You need to tap in to you. If it has not taught me anything else, it has taught me that I am the most important component of everything. It ain't about the cars. It's not about the money. It's not about the partnerships, the relationships, the friendships. I had to learn how to not only set boundaries for other people, but set boundaries for myself. Understanding that I am that important. Understanding that I am the one that's going to save me. Understanding that nobody else is to blame for certain things in my life but me. When you have no other choice but to sit with you, yourself, and you start to understand certain things about you, your life, your being, the things around you, the things that you desire, the things that you require, the things that breaks your heart, the things that give you depression, the things that give you anxiety, the things that are troubling you in your spirit. You start to really dive into that when you have no choice but to do what you got to do, which is the inner work. You can't run from you. You stuck with you. You can't bury yourself in something else when now you have no choice but to be confined to your home or your mind. And I hope that you took the time to do just that. Tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. I don't know why I just... But seriously, you got to tap into you. Because that is where you're going to find the healing that you need. You say you want to unleash your inner badass. That's why you're here. You say you want to move from BS to success, right? And let's go ahead and kill that noise real quick as well, right? Because a lot of times people hear, oh, BS to success. Okay, we know what BS is, right? Right? We know what BS is. It's the bullshit, right? It's the things that crowd your mind. It's the stuff that you make up. It's the stuff that you go through. It's the stuff that you're digging through to become the best version of yourself, right? But sometimes when people hear success, they're like, well, I don't have $1 million. I don't have my dream house and my dream car. So many people equate their success to material things. And if that's you, that's you. But I want to challenge your thinking. If you can equate your success to something greater than material, greater than the things that you can lose in the drop of a second, greater than something that somebody else can take from you, if you can equate your success to that, there's a different type of push through that you get. And then you'll really understand what it means to move from BS to success, right? So success by definition is the accomplishment of an aim or a purpose, right? It's a person or thing that achieves desired aims or attains prosperity. Woo! What does prosperity look like for you? It's not always monetary. Society told you it was, right? The videos on TV told you it was. Instagram, Facebook, all these social media platforms told you that that is what is the equivalent of success. But what does success mean to you, right? For some people, it is the attainment of popularity and profit. And that is fine, because you best believe that somewhere on my scale of success, money is definitely up there. Let's not even act like we don't need it, okay? We do. But I can't make that the only driving force. That's why you might hear a lot of people saying, what's your why, right? Are you trying to change generational poverty, right? Are you trying to move the needle in your life so that you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck because you want your kids to have better? You want a better home. You're tired of the sink always not working in this home and you need something better for your quality of life. Is it what you got to do something that's a little bit deeper than the surface. Money is surface. Money comes and goes easily and frequently. And when you start to channel your mind in money comes into my life abundantly and frequently, and I don't lack money, money does not become your only driving force. It becomes a part of the driving force. You got to get to a point in yourself where you can find peace in things beyond material, right? So with this whole 2020, what I ordered versus what I got. So I ordered up a real fire 2020, okay? I really fleshed it out this time, right? Sat down, goal planned, did my vision board on my phone this time so I could see it all the time. Really fleshed it out on the computer, had plans, got the planner, done did this, done did that, really had it all planned out. But it's funny how life works. It's funny how life works. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a part of life cycle. But you got to take hold and take control, right? And one of the things that I'm so big on is taking control of your mental health. I don't think we understand just how important your mental health is, right? When we start talking about people with the numbers of suicide rates going up, that is a mental health ordeal, right? There is something inside of you that was broken or hurt, and it's starting to show itself. When other things are falling apart around you, how do you cope? Your coping mechanisms are very important during these times. Depression is going up. Suicide ideations and suicide rates are going up. Domestic violence rates have doubled and tripled, shot up, right? And we're thinking about all the unrest and everything that's just going on around us. We have a lot that we take in every day. What are you doing to protect your peace, protect your sanity? Maybe you need to make sure that at least 4 to 5 hours before you go to sleep that you're not on social media. Maybe do not watch the news before you go to sleep. Maybe stop talking to certain people, right, that are just always bringing negative energy, right? Maybe you need to disconnect to reconnect. Those are the things that you got to make sure that you are tending to your mental health. Are you making sure that you're not overworking yourself? Go outside your house. You don't necessarily have to go far away. You can go outside. The vitamin D will change your mood. Go for a walk in a park. Do some things that change your mood, change your environment, change your scenery. You can't work from home, work in the bed. I was guilty of this. working in the bed, sleeping in the bed, eating in the bed. Like, my bed started to just become the place I do everything, and then I had trouble sleeping. There's a reason for that. You have to have I always call it a separation of house and state, right? Church and state, house and state, whatever you want to call it. I call it a separation. I have to have a place where I do one thing and then I do the other. And then I can go outside and then I can make sure that I work out and take care. Working out is a major thing for your mental health. The foods that you're putting into your body. People don't always believe this, but the foods that you eat are super important to how your body reacts on a mental state, on a physical state. Like, everything aligns in a certain way, and you have to be very cognizant of that, right? So, yeah, 2020 has been heavy. Super heavy, actually. It's been one death after the other. We lost Kobe Bryant. I remember it was the day after my book signing. Like, jeez, really? The day after my book signing, we're all sitting at the table celebrating yesterday's win, right? And I had family from out of town here, and we're all sitting there. And I don't remember I don't know if it was me or it was somebody at the table that was like, no way. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And everybody's phone just starts going off with this Kobe Bryant in a plane crash. But just the day before, hours before, he was alive and well and doing for others. If that doesn't tell you that life can change in the blink of an eye, literally, I don't know what does. But not only in that, right? When we start to look at a lot of the other deaths that have taken place all throughout the year, we start to see something, right? Like Chadwick Boseman a few weeks ago. Like a couple weeks ago, we lost the six-figure chick, Cece. Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther. Like, there's a very long list of names of people that passed away this year. I'm not going to go through all of them because it's heavy, and I've lost people that I know personally as well. And it's like you almost want to go back to their social media always, right? And you look and you say, wow, you were just posting yesterday. You were just encouraging us yesterday. You just did this yet. You just 4 hours ago, you were fine. Like, those little moments that makes you question just how much time do I really have left? You don't know the day nor the hour, right? But what you do know is that you can control the impact and the legacy that you leave. All those people that I just named have left an immense amount of impact on people's hearts, minds, businesses, income. Like, these are life-changing people. And it's crazy because a lot of people are like, why do people grieve over people that they don't know? It's about the impact. It's about something that somebody has done for them, even at a distance. And if you don't understand that, then you don't understand true legacy and true impact. That's the type of things that I'm aiming for. It's not about the money for me all the time. Of course I want a bag. Hello? Who don't want a bag? But for me, it's about what am I leaving here that will help generations to come, that will help my kids and my kids' kids, that will benefit them. What am I doing to make sure that I leave an imprint on the hearts of the people that depend on me? And so many of us are stuck in this mindset of being selfish, right? And it's this real level of being selfish. I'm all good with you being selfish to your needs. You got to tend to you. I already said that. But I'm talking about you being selfish with your gifts and being selfish with your purpose. Like, there are literally people that are sitting waiting on you. They're waiting on you to become the person that you need to become, to stand in that person and own that person. But you're so busy making BS excuses and coming up with all types of reasons to procrastinate and not be that person, that person could possibly die before they get what they need from you. That person could be sitting there waiting on you forever, and you'll be the you that never shows up because you refused to become. Right? Everybody wants to be, but nobody wants to do. You want to be this great person. You say this is what you want. You want the big house. You want to be impactful. You want to be this. You want to be that. But are you willing to do what it takes to become that person? And no, it's not always going to be easy. Hell, it might be hard as hell. But there has to be a conscious decision that you make to show up every day for you and the people that need you. Don't let me start. I'm gonna just go ahead and get to the part where I'm leaving y'all with some stuff, right? Because 2020 definitely giving off some vibes right now, right? So I definitely want to shift the energy. I understand that 2020 has been hard. I understand that your heart may have been broken during this time. I understand that a lot of things may have not gone according to your plan. But let me reinforce something for you. The plan is still the plan. Whether it's going according to the plan, there is still a plan. So what are you going to do with the plan that you can rework and adjust and make it happen? There has to be some kind of level of boss up and posture up inside of you. Because if you don't make the decision to posture up and boss up, where are you choosing to win if you're choosing to fold under pressure? Right? So even though 2020 out here acting real stupid, I don't want you to have that cancel mentality. We're not canceling 2020. 2020 is not canceled. Okay? But one thing is for sure. You can still take a hold of what you can still take a hold of. So I wanted to leave you with some quick tips to still win in this last quarter of 2020, because it's still game time. It's not playtime. It's still game time. Whatever the game that you're playing is, whether that's leveling up in your business, leveling up in your health, finding that new opportunity, connecting with people, whatever the plan was, putting the book out, starting your dream, whatever that looks like for you, you can still win in this last quarter, right? If you watch a lot of football or basketball, if you watch any type of sports, you can see a team be down the whole game. And then they can come back in that fourth quarter and win the whole thing. You got to be somebody that is built from resilience, and you got to be relentless. You got to want it that bad. And fourth quarter is still a winning quarter. People still win in the fourth quarter. But that is something that you have to make a conscious decision to do. It can't be something that you just said that you wanted. It has to be something that you know without the shadow of a doubt that no matter what kind of stuff comes my way, I'm still going to win. And that's the type of posture that you got to have. But don't trip. Don't trip. I get where you coming from. I get it. But let's change that energy real quick, right? So, y'all know I like to educate a little bit. So let's get the definition of cancel, right? So cancel means to decide not to conduct or perform something planned or expected, usually without expectation of conducting or performing it at a later time. Yeah? Now let's define energy. Energy, by the simplest definition that I'm going to give you, right? The simplest definition of energy is the ability to do work. Woo! The ability to do work. Energy is how things change and move. I hope this is sinking into your heart, right? So this is the part where I cue like some Beyonce or something, because ain't nothing to it, sis. Boss. Right? You got to take this time to boss up, right? Your words are powerful. How you speak to yourself is powerful. And I have to always, every day, this is an everyday learning task. You got to be very mindful of how you speak to yourself. Your words are powerful. Your actions are powerful. But listen, baby, your posture is extremely powerful. What kind of posture are you standing in for the rest of 2020? Are you going to be somebody that's sulked over and just letting the world just weigh on your shoulders? Or are you going to push them shoulders back, chest out, ready to take the throne? What energy are you bringing for the rest of 2020? Posture matters for these next steps, right? And understand this. Shit happens. Sorry, not sorry. Right? It's going to happen with or without you. It's going to happen regardless if you plan your life to the T. It's going to happen. But my question is, then what? Then what? One thing that I've learned is if you plan, how the saying goes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? So you probably heard that before. I'm sure you have. But here's one thing that I know I used to do. I used to internalize a lot of the things that came out of my mouth or a lot of the things that I heard, right? So are you the person that is planning to fail? Have you internalized that type of energy and that's what you're pushing out? Or are you somebody that is ready? You're ready, set, go, right? You cannot fail to plan because then you'll plan to fail, right? So put a plan in place for when you fail. Whoop! I didn't say if you fail. There's always, and failure is not always everything is just falling apart. I can't do this anymore. Throw this whole thing away. Next business, next op. No. It just means that things are not working according to the plan right now. But are you going to be somebody that's willing to adjust to make things happen, right? So if 2020 is not going according to your plan, make sure that you create a contingency plan, just like we do for all these other things in our life. What is the backup plan to the backup plan? Hello? What is the backup plan to the backup plan? Here's another thing. Control your controllables. Y'all hear me say this a whole lot. And I talk about it in my book, Recrown You, a lot. Control your controllables, right? So we love to trip about the things that we have no power over. You ain't got no power over that, sis. That just creates anxiety. And I go through anxiety. So I know. You need to kill that noise now. You got to take on a different type of attitude. But here's one thing that I've learned over the years and over time is you can't be mad at the game if you refuse to play it. So make sure you're taking inventory of what you can do to make the best of what you deem the worst. Whew. You got to boss up and level up for yourself. This is a game that you can win at, but you got to be ready. Lastly, I know 2020 got that come fight me vibe. I know it does. I know. It definitely does. Every day you like, what now? Right? But switch the way you think and the way you talk, right? What kind of energy are you bringing to the ring to fight 2020 back? Because you're going to have to fight. But how are you going to snap back from this smackdown? 2020 feels like a straight smackdown. But you got to be willing and ready and able to say, I'm going to get in the ring and I'm going to fight. Pass or fail, win or lose, I'm going to still have a contingency plan for that plan. But you got to be willing to do it. You got to be willing to do it. Nobody's going to do it for you. So, as for canceling 2020, it's not happening, sweetheart. The only thing that we're canceling all 2020 is debt, negative self-talk, bad relationships, generational curses, racial injustice, lack of ownership. We need to own, baby. We need to own. Layaway dreams. We're no longer putting our dreams off until tomorrow, till next week, till next year. What we doing now? What's the level up look like now? Right? And all the things in between. So just know that I'm still waiting on you to get your win, right? But you got to shed that canceled mindset. And you have to be willing and able to realign your mentality with the reality that you see for yourself. And set it off in this. You got to be ready to set it off. You got to be ready to set it off. And a real queen that's ready to unleash her inner badass is really, really, really ready to move from BS to success. But you got to define success for you, and you got to fix that posture. You got to get right from within. Because your energy will either light a flame and set the industry on fire, or be the force that brings it to a halt. That's a choice that you're going to have to make, sis. Either way, I'm here fighting with you, because that's what we do over here at Recrown You. We help you to tap in so that you can become what you say that you want to be. You desire it. You deserve it. If you desire it, you deserve it. That's how I feel. You know, this is the positive desire, deserve, not the negative stuff. But I hope that this episode was impactful for you. I hope that it shifted some norms for you. I hope that it moved your spirit to move into action, to stop waiting and start working. Nothing happens, nothing moves unless you do. And unbeknownst to you, 2020 is still waiting on you to show up and show out. This isn't about proving nobody else wrong or right. This is about showing up for you. Because you deserve that type of energy. And that's the type of energy you got to bring all 2020. I can't wait to catch y'all on the next episode. Make sure that you go ahead and like, share, subscribe to the Recrown You podcast. Share this with a friend. Follow us on Instagram at Recrown You Podcast and on Facebook at Recrown You Podcast. And if you want to connect with me personally, I am at Truly Inspired Martin on all social media platforms. Go ahead and head on over to www.itstrulyinspiredmartin.com to get in contact with me, and go check out the merch. You might find something to uplift you and move you into action. In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to catch y'all next time.
You know it's time.
Breathe.